You're listening to Slasher Radio.
The cosmetics you guys have been putting forward with everything has been stepping up, to say the least.
Yeah, I think that last year specifically, or even the last 6 months, there's been, I don't think it's a matter of quality, but it's a matter of vision, the vision of what we should do and how the cosmetics should be, and what it has more value in how we create the cosmetics has really stepped up. There's some really cool things happening.
Yeah, and I think it's just more, like you said, that's perfect, a vision, because everything was so dark and dreary, and a lot of those cosmetics were great. But now having both and being able to, you guys have been going back and forth, and you'll have something very dark and bloody and ominous even, and then you'll have something that's bright and glows, and it's all together, and it's fun seeing these different cosmetics in a lobby.
Yeah, but we've always sort of wanted to keep that. I mean, the first DLC we've ever released, and that was in the first 2 months, I believe, was the 80s suitcase, right? And it's the first time we released cosmetics, and we're like, we're not going to do pay to win, we're going to do pay to lose. And they were all like neon outfits and like moon boots and stupid things. And it was
tunnel me please outfits,
exactly,
as we call them. Yeah,
exactly. And that's the point, right? It's almost bragging rights at that point, which is interesting. Like, I can survive wearing the full like neon outfit. Watch me, just I hold my beer. I've got this.
Yeah. And that's the fun of it, like you see all of it, and it all interacts in different ways, and it's great. You guys also have the Dominus collection. Can we talk about the Dracula skin just for a moment?
Sure.
You mentioned the Dredge skin, which was, the Dredge Iron Maiden skin was far above and beyond anything we've ever seen. I think this Dracula...
It is my favorite.
It still might be mine, but I actually played against the new Dracula skin last night, which I was amazed. It's so deep in the rift, and I played against it and kind of just stared in awe. Yeah. And it's massive. It's over the top. What do you guys... Is there just no limit at this point? You know what I mean? To where you can just create whatever you want, and it can be above and beyond. And yes, we're going to start doing this more often now.
It really depends, especially when we're talking about license stuff, right?
Right.
It really depends on the licensor and on the specific items. Some of them are really open to us going nuts and trying to do really cool things. And some of them are saying, no, you have to represent our character or characters exactly the way they are portrayed in the material. And both are absolutely fine. It's certainly not a judgment here. You're absolutely allowed to do whatever you want with your baby, essentially. But when we do have a little bit of freedom, and I mean, things like Castlevania, inevitably you're going to have super fans in the team, right? And when you give them that and you go, you know what, you have an opportunity to work on the fucking Dracula from Castlevania, do something, like just knock it out of the park, and people really get excited about this. So yeah, I think you'll see more of these. Also on a purely monetization product thing, people feel that we give them value for their dollars, and those cosmetics, I mean, none of it is necessary to play the game. Most people pay, I mean, probably less than, like, it's about $10, I'd say, on average. I don't know, I don't have the numbers, but nobody pays full price. It's always on sale somewhere. It's on Game Pass, it's on the PlayStation Plus. Like, most people pay under $10 to play Dead by Daylight, which we're absolutely fine with. You pay because you want to commit, because you have something that you see that is absolutely gorgeous and you feel you want it. It is purely out of you saying, this has value for me. So these outfits need to really be impressive, they need to be high quality, they need to look amazing, and they need to make you say, you know what, this is worth $5 to me, this is worth $10 to me. And that's absolutely, because there's no gameplay attached, there's nothing that will give you an advantage or an edge in the game. That was always very important for us.
Yeah, it would be hard for that to exist in the world of the game today.
It would be a different game. I mean, it's a monetization strategy that many people use, which, I mean, it works for them, but we think that we've always seen it more like we give you hours and hours and hours of entertainment for quite a reasonable price. I think even if you pay full price, you pay $20 for Dead by Daylight, it's still a pretty good deal. But if you are interested, and even sometimes you may see it as, you know what, I've been playing this game for 2 months nonstop every night with my friends now, I think it's absolutely okay for me to give them $5 to buy an outfit to say, I appreciate what you do, keep doing it. And it's fine if that's what happens. But I think that even if you do that, you're gonna get your money's worth. And that's kind of our point.
Yeah. And you guys have got me more times than I like to admit. I cannot tell you how many skins I have and cosmetics for characters I know I'm not going to use, but I just say I have to have this. Yeah, for sure.
That's okay.
Absolutely, yeah. And you always run into an situation where one of your friends plays a character and you're like, oh, I have this, and it's just all like you said, it's there and you get your money's worth, and you almost never regret it.
It's